So despite the fact that A Simple Favor is directed by the absolutely perfect Paul Feig, I didn't really have any interest in seeing it. And then I read quite a few positive reviews about it, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to see it. I'm so glad that I did. It's not really what I thought it was going to be about, but that's a good thing. So it's about Stephanie, who is a goody two-shoes mommy vlogger, and then we have Emily, who is an absent mother. She's really cold, where Stephanie is quite cozy. And they strike up this unlikely friendship, and then all of a sudden Emily goes missing, and mommy vlogger Stephanie decides to take it upon herself to solve this mystery. It's an interesting plot, and to be honest, the plot description was what made me want to not see it, because a film about a vlogger sounds disgusting, but actually it works fantastically well. It was quite slow to progress, but then once it got going, it was very quick, and things were revealed at quite an exceptional rate, but not at a gimmick way. There was enough time to keep up with things. There were a lot of bright colours to begin with, lots of bright colours, and then all of a sudden it goes dark, and most of the scenes are set in the evening or at night, and it transitions really effectively. And what's weird about this is that I really, really needed to know what happened to Emily, even though I don't like her. It's rare that a victim is really unlikable, but it didn't really detract from the fact that I needed to find out what had happened to her, and I thought that was very cleverly done, because usually to want to know what happened to a victim, you have to like them. So, you know, I have no complaints with the characters in that sense. The weird thing, but then if this didn't happen, it wouldn't have worked as a film, but the fact that Stephanie puts these details of this missing persons case in her vlogs is a bit weird. You know, this is sensitive information from an ongoing investigation, and she's putting them on, hypothetically, YouTube. But it's essential for the way the film progresses, but it is a bit bizarre, and I kind of wanted to leave her a comment and saying, what you're doing, this is very sensitive information. But never mind. So as I said, the film wasn't what I'd expected, but that's not a bad thing. It's very surprising, very quick once it gets going, and I can't really fault it, apart from the few minor little things I've mentioned. I guess the only thing that makes it a bit hard to invest in 100% is the fact that Stephanie does some very clever things, and she looks at some things in some very clever ways, which seems a little bit out of her character. You know, she hasn't been to law school for years, she hasn't been part of the police force, she's not the typical detective in a thriller film. But then that, again, that's why it works. That's why it works, because it makes the film unique. So often the things that are a little bit negative work in the film's favour by making it something that's very different. It's not cliche. It's not what you'd expect from a typical thriller. I think it's hard to define as a genre. Certainly it is a thriller, but it's a mixed bag of things. And it definitely has to be seen to be fully understood and fully appreciated. Obviously, Blake Lively is fantastic as Emily. Anna Kendrick can do no wrong. She's great as Stephanie, and Paul Feig has directed yet another film that I think is absolutely worth going to see immediately.